Hey everybody, Boris. Welcome to the Commodity Dollars Technical Update for November 21 to 25 for Aussie dollar, dollar CAD, and Kiwi dollar. And it's been just a slaughter for both the Aussie and the Kiwi this week, as the COM dollars just came under a very, very heavy sell-off, mainly because we've had a tremendous amount of interest rate compression. U.S. yields exploded, and of course, I noted that last week that it doesn't really matter what the absolute rate is between the Aussie and the Kiwi and the US dollar. The fact that the Aussie and the Kiwi still have a higher yield is less important than the fact of the movement of the relative rate. The fact that US rates have really exploded and the curve started to price in a higher possibility of higher rates going forward really created a lot of outflow from the commodities on profit-taking basis, both on the carry trade basis and also just some of the commodity weaknesses. Kiwi especially got very badly hammered as a result of it and came all the way down, virtually down to the 70 level. So we stand now having broken all of those key support levels and certainly looking much weaker than we did the week before. And now all of the COM dollars become a sell the rally type of a trade. Dollar CAD was a little bit of an exception in the sense that it held bid a little bit better, primarily because of bullish news out of the oil sector. The idea that maybe OPEC will eventually create a limit to their output, but whether that's really going to happen remains very much an open question. OPEC is notorious for cheating on their quotas, and the fact that they're really only just talking about it rather than doing it suggests maybe oil prices could come right back down towards the $40 level, which will bring dollar CAD right back up. Dollar CAD will also, I think, continue to suffer from the interest rate differential between U.S. and Canadian yields. So all of those things point very much to a sell the rally kind of a trade in all of the commodity complexes. But again, having been sold so hard over the last few days, a natural bounce back is possible. But these bounce backs probably should be used for establishing fresh short positions in the commodity dollar complex. Let's take a look at the support resistance lines here for Aussie dollar and dollar CAD and Kiwi dollar. See where things stand. So really, really sharp move to the down on the side of the Aussie. Now resistance is 75 and support is all the way down to 71. Dollar CAD held bid a little bit better. We're sort of trading in a narrow range, 34 to the downside with 36 now to the upside. There is possibility, I think, if it takes out 36 for it to go to 37 relatively quickly. And Kiwi dollar just got shellacked. It came within a few pips of the 70, which is a key support level. But I think that breaks 69 is the key hold here, a much bigger hold for Kiwi. And now only 72 is the bigger resistance. All of the charts essentially signal the fact that you need to think about shorting into any kind of a bounce back rather than trying to buy the dips at this point. Yes, I think certainly the 73 dip here is possible for a small bounce back. Not a bad dip. It has a double bottom here in the Aussie. But the true support here is in front of the 71s. That's really probably where you're going to see a lot more bids come up in the trade. But overall, as you can see, the Aussie trade on a longer term basis suggests that we broke the near term support. Well, we haven't actually quite. To be more accurate, we really haven't broken the lower end of the range, and there's still quite possibility this is simply a test of the lower end of the range. A break of the 73 to the downside really would suggest a move to the 71. So maybe just jumping the gun here as far as getting super bearish on the Aussie, but it still feels like the Aussie now 75 will become, this was former support, will become now current resistance, and you certainly want to approach that as a possible short level on any kind of a bounce back. In the meantime, 73 could probably hold simply just because we'll have a little bit of profit taking in the dollar move this week. And if that does hold, you have a small move maybe up to 74 in short covering. But overall, the Aussie on a longer term basis certainly looks to be bearish. A failure of lower highs continuously here, almost a break of the 73s, and a break of the 73s would really confirm a move all the way down, possibly down to 69 ultimately as the trade continues. On dollar CAD, this story is not quite as bleak, but still continues to be very much the upside move, though. Although you notice one of the interesting things here, I've been a very, very strong bull of dollar CAD all the way through. But the one thing that is interesting is this 35 level certainly presenting. Look at the choppiness. Let me sort of just zoom in here, and you see how many times we test the 35 and really can't break up above it. Only a takeout of the 36 would present at a possibility of further upside in dollar CAD. I think dollar CAD could actually certainly signaling itself as far as price action goes for a possible move back down to 34, meaning the Canadian dollar certainly stands to get a little bit stronger in the next week or so. The fact that we haven't been able to make much forward progress for a full week and a half above the 35 suggests there's certainly a lot of resistance points here to that trade. But if we do break it above the 36s, it's really all systems go all the way up to 137. So I'd be very cautious in trying to fade that move if that happens. And Kiwi dollar just destruction straight down. I think I can't even believe how many days we've been down. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 days down. The only thing that sort of stands in the only ray of sunshine is the fact that we are so grossly oversold that we're within 1 or 2 days of certainly bouncing back. The bounce back, though, could be after they test the 70 level. They could break the 70, take out all the stops there, and then take it back up. I actually like the idea of buying underneath 70 because I think the probability of a bounce back should be quite high after they flush all the stops, and certainly at very minimum maybe to 70.50 as a possibility to trade back up. So that's kind of how the week shapes up in the COM dollars. It's just looking for the right spots either to enter on the long side or to be patient and let it trade back up towards key shortable levels. All the COM dollars at this point look to be very much a sell the rally trade, but there is a tactical opportunity this week to kind of buy the dips here for small bounce backs. And that's the key thing. Small bounce backs, no more than 100 points, is I think all you can get on the rebounds from all these COM dollar trades. Wish you guys the best of luck, the best of trading. Boris Schlossberg over and out.